Hello everyone. Welcome to more GRPGA. What this video is about is character creation. I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can, minimize explanation and so on. So I will speed along. I have already created the character, done all the character creation decisions and so on, and here they are. I'll scroll through them quickly so you can see them, and then I'll get that out of the way and get on with creating the character. This is for Against the Darkmaster. Should have mentioned that from the beginning. So, you need to start with the Against the Darkmaster PC template. We have a name for our guy. So we name him. And then we need kin, culture, vocation. So we go into the compendiums, grab that one. He is a star elf. So we take that, we drag it over. Comes with all of these, this modifier all set up. We need to keep that open and go and get the kin special traits. Kin special traits are keen senses. Drag that on. Immortal. Light-footed. Star-blessed. Lore of the Ages. Okay, that's it for the special traits. Wealth 1. So we'll go to wealth and we'll make that 1. 2 background points, we'll get to that in a minute. Magic points 5. Need to set that up to, because the current can't be higher than the maximum. And I just put these in there for note keeping. Culture. Fey or noble. He is Fey. So we'll drag that over. This describes all of the ranks for the Fey culture and includes 2 spell lores. Those 2 spell lores are Movements of Nature twice. So copying and pasting is your best bet. That way you avoid typos. And there's a wealth level +2. So we'll go back to the main tab, and our wealth level is now 3. That's culture, wealth, 2 background points. He is spending background on exceptional training. Where's background? There's backgrounds. Exceptional training. Now the backgrounds include both the minor and the major, so you need to go through. I've dragged exceptional training over, and that's going to include what? There's major. We'll just separate that. Also left you an item specially tailored to you as a keepsake. Grants you +10 item modifier to the chosen skill. That means that it will be under skills. There it is, exceptional training item, and we just delete that because we're only taking minor. And then we can delete that part. And separate that out, and now it looks nicer. Name your mentor. You gain 2 ranks in any one skill of your choice. Well, what's that skill going to be? The skill is going to be Quick Draw. So I do this. And then, that's just in the description part. But over here is where you're actually picking which option. So it tells you which way you have to do this. So it's either 2 ranks in a normal skill or 5 ranks in a specialty skill. And I've chosen the specialty skill. And we'll leave that the way it is. But because it's a specialty skill, we need to copy it over. So we'll grab Quick Draw, bring it over, and you can see it's already obtained the 5 ranks. And it notes that the category is roguery. Alright, so we can make that go away. So have we done everything from here? No, we haven't. We have one more background, and that is Slayer. Slayer is kind of complicated. So we'll drag that over. Now, so we're taking that at a minor level. Now what are the major perks? Start a combat or defeat, you gain a hatred token. You can spend a hatred token to reroll an attack roll or a critical strike roll. So that's going to be in combat somewhere. And Slayer Hatred. Edit. Let's make sure this is the one. This is level ranks for... Yeah. That's the one we don't want. Delete that. Now there's going to be a pool. There it is. Slayer tokens. And we can delete that. And then that's all gone. And our hated enemy is orcs. So we go back out to main, and there it is. Skills? Yes. Slayer of what? Edit. Okay. So, because this is a conditional modifier, we won't be turning it on. So we'll leave that alone. Okay, that's all of the background for, and that's the end of the kin issues. So we've dragged the culture over for Faye. Any other decisions we need to make? Lore of the Ages. We choose how we want to do this, and we've chosen to leave it the way it is at 1 of each for Lore of the Ages. Okay, but we will need, we've already chosen Movements of Nature, so let's go get that. Movements of Nature is the, and see it already has the 2 ranks that we put into it from our culture, so we'll leave that. We can see on the spells, there it is. And now we're grabbing the 2 Elven lore ones. There we are. And spell songs. Okay, and we can see it has 1 rank in it as well. Okay. Close that. Vocation. He is going to be a dabbler. So we drag dabbler over, and this is just a guide. It doesn't actually do anything. So it's how you spend your development points. So we will close that for now, but we'll always be able to find it here in the advancement section of the character sheet. This one is a modifier that modifies all of the provides all the vocation modifiers, except for keep 2 combat skills at rank 5 or at bonus 5 for both attack and skill rolls. Now my choices are ranged and blades. So we'll delete the rest of them. Blades and ranged. And the reason you have to have them in 2 places is because of the funky way I deal with attacks. They're based on skills, but they aren't skills, so you have to put the bonus into both of them. All right. That's it. That's the vocation. Done. So, I did forget, both of those backgrounds require you to create a passion, or to track one. So I will create a new one. And call it Exceptional Training Mentor. And then copy that result. And then we'll do the same thing for the Slayer. Where'd it go? Okay, so that's those sorted out, and you can see them on the front here where you can refer to them while you're playing. Of course, you can always hide it if you want to see the stuff down below more clearly. All right, so that's the backgrounds done. Culture, combat skills, character creation. So, character attribute creation. We put that all in one spot so that you can do them at once. Unfortunately, they're alphabetical. But bearing for a star elf, it has to be the highest stat that you apply. So I'm going to take swiftness and wisdom. That's my 50 points. And I'm done. And you can see they're already reflected in there, along with the kin modifiers, which are both toggled on. Alright, first level. Ranks for level 1. We open that up, and it is empty. So, here is where we can close that one. I'm just going to bring this to here, and then I'm going to open this guide so we can see what we're up to. 1 magic point per level. So I need to go get another magic point. And because my vocation is dabbler, that means my primary stat is bearing, and my bearing is 40. So I get 4 magic points per level. So for my vocation, I get 1. For my stat, I get 4. And that makes it 10. And we're all done. That's the magic points sorted out. Okay, body 1. Armor 1. Combat lore spells. 3 spells. Well, we'll get to those at the end. How are we going to spend these? We are going to spend 2 combat on ranged. And 1 on athletics, 1 on hunting, 1 on wandering. And then we're going to get Swift Step for 2 levels. Swift Step, we're going to have to go find it. It's in the skills. There we are. We'll drag that over. It has no ranks, and roguery is the thing that covers it. So here it is. That should be the end of the skills. So we have some spots here that we're not going to use that we can apply to Swift Step. Let's edit, new feature. I'll just make those, and we're applying 2 ranks. So we have roguery 3. One of them can go to 2 ranks in Swift Step. And we can see that's been applied. Quick draw, copy, paste, and we'll put 2 points into quick draw, which makes that go up to 7. And finally, perception, which is in roguery. So there we are. 1 lore, and we'll take cultures for 1 rank. We've already taken the body, and we need 3 spells. And we're going to go with, close those, spell lore items. We're going to go with Eldritch Might for 1 rank. Switch over to the spells so we can see what we're doing. Skirmishing Mastery. For 1 rank. And Trickery. For 1 rank. Okay. They all added up. We have 2 in that. We have 1 in each of the others. Okay, and that's the end of our development points for first level. So all of these ones with 0 in them, we might as well delete carefully, because once you delete them, they're gone, and you have to come up here and add them in to get them back. All right. This just helps the program count things that need to be counted and not bother about things that don't need to be counted. All right, so that's the first level ranks. And we've finished with our spell lores. All right, all we have left is we've dragged our specialty skills over. So they're finished. Of course, you can just stretch it out. That sorts things. Passions. So all we have left is the 3 standard ones, so we'll go to Allegiance and copy our Allegiance, our Motivation, nature. And finally, you see the tab Revelations. I'm going to include a sample revelation, which is simply a placeholder for the first milestone. So that you can see how those are set up. Now you can't shrink those, you can only shrink the entire section. So be it. Now, equipment. Equipment, I just put here. So here's the standard equipment for all adventurers, and then here are his choices. Short tunic and flowing cape. These are from the culture section in the book. Short sword, longbow and arrows, and a healer's kit. And because he has wealth level 3, you can, if your GM lets you, obtain any items that are fair level 2 or less, and add those to your list without affecting your wealth level. But that's between you and your GM. So we need to get short sword attacks and longbow attacks. Let's go to combat. And we see that there are some attacks in here already. There are two choices here for dagger, because one of them uses the skill blunt, and the other one uses the skill blades. And there's no point in having them both, because we only have the one that's useful, so we're going to delete the one that isn't useful. Now it does cut. We already have down here special rolls, criticals for cut, grapple, pierce, and impact. Those are the common ones used by everyone. So I've added them already. But if you're looking for them, you can find them in saves, criticals, and failures, where all the other criticals are. Fumbles and anything that I might have missed. Okay, so we were saying attacks. Now, in here it says weapons attacks. However, when you get to spells, if there are attack spells, they're in here as well. I don't have any yet. Nope, I don't think I get any for any of the spell lists that I've taken. So what we're looking for is short sword. Short sword is blades. Oops. Blades. Short sword. Now, it has two different kinds of attacks. You can cut with it or pierce, so you drag both of them over, and let's just make sure all of these numbers are right. The unmodified threshold, the open-ended range defaults to 5, meaning 96 or above is open-ended, and 5 or less is open-ended. If you change that to 6, it would expand both of those ranges by 1. Qualities backstab, do we need to do anything? Nope, it looks like it's good to go. If it was a magic sword or a high-quality sword, then I would put the modifier in here, blades plus 10 or whatever it might be. Anyway, edged attack table, cut, critical table. Blades, short sword, where did you go? Pierce, and bring that over. And that's already pre-selected, so you don't have to. Okay, and you see it's not showing the full name. The full name is Blades, so that it can refer to the Blades skill and have all of the modifiers for, this is the attack, starting with the word Blades. That's why that's sitting in the front, but you don't need to see it in here, so I've hidden it. Now we're looking for a longbow, which is going to be ranged longbow. There it is. Youch, 175 max result. That kicks butt. Load 1. Alrighty. And we're reasonably competent with it. Okay. That's it for character creation. It automatically... oops, no it's not. We need to set our hit points. So the hit points... we have... what's our body skill? Let's put that aside. Body is 1. One rank. Our fortitude, well, what does this say? We're getting 10 from fortitude. Our vocation doesn't give us any. Our kin gives us 20. Did our culture give us any? I don't think so. So that's 20 plus 10 plus 5 is 35, just like it says there in the body. And our current value is 35. So now the hit points are set. We're not bleeding, no action penalties, we don't have a parry. We don't have a shield or armor. Ooh. But those are cheap things to buy, so we can do those in the armor and shields. I think what I'm going to do is get... now leather armor has a penalty, and I don't have very good armor skill. So I would have to get really, well, good quality armor to reduce the penalty. Ooh, but the penalty is 20, and I'm trying to be quick and so on, so I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do, leather jerkin. Okay. Our armor penalty is 5. Sorry, our armor skill is 5. So I change that to 5. Minus 10 and 5 gives minus 5, so I change these to minus 5. And I leave defenses in for all armors and so on, so that we can see them in the defenses section, rather than having to look around for what they are, or wherever they are. So he's going to add leather bracers, which give no penalty. We'll stick the armor skill in there, but it's already being used somewhere else, so I'm going to leave it alone. We have defenses, so that we can see that we have leather bracers for when it comes to the question of, you've been hit, do you have armor? Same thing for the leather greaves. Any penalties? Nope. And a leather helmet. Now that affects our perception, which sucks, but there we are. His main weapon is a longbow. He's probably not going to worry about a shield, but I think we'll give him a target shield that he can wear on his back just in case he ends up having to face somebody with a short sword. No, we're not. Nope, we're not going to... yes, we are. I know what it's like to face somebody when you don't have a shield. Especially if they're ranged. It's really unpleasant. Okay. So, just in case he needs it, but we'll turn it off. So you can see up above here that his defensive bonus is modified, and it tells you what the shield portion is. So we'll leave that off just in case. First level, if you hover over these, then you see his passions. He's not armor NA anymore. He is wearing a leather jerkin, which is LA. And his move mode, I need to open that up. Move mode, I've chosen the optional. You can choose just straight 15 if you want. You can create a new one that is just 15 for the rules as written and call that land raw. Change it to that, and then your move rate. Half move, no move, sprinting. We'll stick with full move and the optional rules. Now that's finished the character creation, I think. The drive point's already included. Hit points are good. I think he's all set. Thank you all for watching. Cheers.